Short and sweet. How's the market treating you, right? Have you been shorting? Right. It's illegal. You probably shouldn't. You thought it was about to go down, right? Then it doesn't. So now we're good for another 3.5 to 5.5 years, right? So every time the market pauses and consolidates, the bears think, oh, this must be the top. It's never the top. Power gap. Power gap May 12th. Nothing's going to be the top ever. We can't even have a pullback to a 5-day VWAP until we start to consolidate. You don't even know the words I'm talking about right now. So if you're not making money in the stock market, you should quit right now. How about that? That's it. Give up. If you don't have some stocks in your portfolio that are going up right now, you got to be the most unlucky person in the world, because now we are not only we just entered space, we haven't even got to outer space yet. Now the dash for trash, we have dug underneath the surface of the trash heap looking for remnants of old trash that has disintegrated, and those are being resurrected now, and they're going up 500 thousands of percent. I'm talking about stocks like Wolf, and I'm talking about Skag, I'm talking about Kazaya Pharmaceuticals, I'm talking about Proc. I mean, you got stocks like Myrna coming out of COVID lows. By the way, remember Myrna? Yeah. How'd you like me now? Right? Who even talks about the stock anymore? We got involved at 27.50 on the news because it didn't sell off that day. You bought some options for $1. They went to 9. Right? Then what do? Oh, right. Remember BMNR, right? The Tom Lee stock. Remember at 14 bucks, it hit 161. You know about SBET? Do you? Do you know about SBET? Went from 10 bucks to 75 and then back to 10 bucks. You know what it's going to do now? It's going to go back to 70 bucks. And we're in from, they created options on the stock, and it's dirt cheap. You're going to be 10x today on the option on its way to 21.50, and it breaks 21.50. The stock goes back to 50. Sedge, right? You buy the Sedge on Thursday, options were 2 cents. They went to $5. You know what that percentage gain is? Do the math. The options were 2 cents. They went to $5. 2 cents to $5. 2 cents to $5. So for every $200 you put in, right? 2 cents. Think about it. 2 cents, right? Let's make the math easier. 5 cents. 5 cents to $5. What is that? It's 100x. So for every $100, what you put in, times it by 100. So if you put $1,000 in options on Sedge last week, guess how much you were up? Whatever it is. If you put 300 bucks, multiply it by 100. That's what's going on. And it's every day. You got stocks that are going up 200, 300, 500%. Oh, by the way, how's that UVXY from 57.50 to 17.50? Let me know when that's going to go up. Let me know when you're going to be the guy that holds UVXY long term for an extended gain, or maybe you should short it for a living. Just don't make sure you don't go over your head when you short it. Yeah. Good luck shorting, my friends. Good luck. So, or do what I've been doing. Admit there's no point in shorting and just wait for the dip to buy it every day, every day, and every day on every stock, especially SRAD. Hope you guys have been buying SRAD. SRAD gaps up, fades the morning. You could short it, cover it, go long, and then it rallies into the close, and then you hold it overnight, and that's how you build a position. So watch SRAD. All-time highs. Gave it to you at 22.50. And by the way, if you're out there watching the video, I wasn't talking about you. I don't know your wife or your kids. I was talking to somebody else. I wasn't talking to you. I don't know your wife. I don't know your kids. I was talking to somebody very specific that I was really excited that their wife left him because he's a bad person. And now I understand. It wasn't you. Anyway, but right now we are in the everything rally. So if you don't know what the dash for trash is, usually when the market's kind of running out of steam, the shittiest of the shittiest awful stocks start to rally because there's nothing left to buy, right? And that used to imply that there was going to be a market correction. That doesn't work anymore because there aren't any market corrections. There are no signs anymore because all the signs that used to work that said, hey, this market's about to go down, don't work anymore. So now you just go with the flow. If you want to run the market every day, buy it. And you don't even have to come in long. I mean, yeah, if you had to come in long today on the SBET, but you didn't have to come in long because you could have just bought it 15 minutes ago when it broke back under VWAP and then broke 1839. The stock went to 1950. That's day's pay, right? You got stocks, right? Stocks are supposed to go up what? 8% is good for a year. 12.5% is pretty awesome. 20% is fantastic. You got stocks doing that every day, every day. And then they go up 50% more and then 100 on top of that. You got stocks that have no business even trading that are rallying. So if you're out there and you really think you want to make sense of the market, right? Let me explain you one more time. A company that announced that they're going bankrupt just rallied from 40 cents basically to $4, 10x on a bankruptcy reiteration of the bankruptcy. So they announced they were going bankrupt and the stock did go down. And then they said, yeah, we're probably going bankrupt. And then the stock rallied. And then it rolled back over. And then they said, you know what? We were just doing some extra math and we just want to let everybody know we are definitely going bankrupt. And the stock went from 40 cents to for $4. So when you're thinking, right, that you need to analyze a company and what they do, what they make, how much money they make, who the CEO is, does they have proper management, are they doing buybacks, what are the interest rates doing, or the macroeconomic environment, none of that matters. It is all bullshit. Your entire education that you went to college for and your MBA, it's worthless. It's absolutely worthless. This entire industry is a fraud. The entire industry is fraudulent because the idea that they put out there, and again, in 1950, this was real. You needed to know things. Stocks didn't do this. There was not that many to choose from. You didn't have an influx of money from 3,000 different directions pouring into the market. You needed to do some analysis and understand what companies did and try to crunch some numbers. That was 55 years ago, 60 years ago. It doesn't work now. Nobody gives a shit about the beige book. Nobody cares about CPI data. Nobody gives a shit about any of this stuff. When the market's going up, it's going up. And when it's going down, it's going down. That's it. And right now it's going up. And there's nothing you could do about it. And if there's another correction, who cares? Buy it. We're never going down. You get it now? I've been saying the same thing since 07. Oh, but the financial crisis. Okay, cool. Buy it. So if you haven't noticed now, right, maybe you noticed this time, there is no such thing as a bear market now because they wanted to name it a bear market and it was over in 12 hours. The Trump tariff crash, we got into a bear market, supposedly, right? When you crash from highs and you break down into 20%. But then officially it's not a bull market again until you reach back above the 20%. Or what's the difference? Why try to name it? Just make money. The market never goes down. And right now, you're able to put a couple of $1,000s on some dog shit stock and they're going up 10x. Absolutely insane. But it's not insane. It's just better and better and better. What's insane is the speed of the recovery, right? The speed of what we just witnessed is unprecedented. And nobody, not even Tom Lee, thought we were going to be at all-time highs in July. Nobody. On April 7th, nobody thought we were going to be at all-time highs on July 9th. Nobody. Not even me. And I'm a delusional bull down, right? I'm a psychopathic bull. I'm beyond irrational exuberance, right? Now I'm thinking every stock goes 10x. Every stock's going to go 10x. Every single one of them. No matter what it is, you're going 10x. You're afraid to buy Nvidia at $85? Why? It's going to 800. Right? So sit back, enjoy, and do what we've been doing since the 90s. You want to day trade? Use your VWAP, use your skill, and then take some of that money and buy the Qs or something, or buy something. If you can't find a stock that's going up right now, You really shouldn't be doing this. 90% of stocks are going up, and they're building new bases. And it's going to be really, really hard for them to come crashing down because they're building solid bases like SRAD. That's why I like this stock. I don't like this. I didn't like it, a month and a half ago when every stock was going 10x and my stock's up 20 cents. And I look over at another stock that I just sold out of goes up 80 points and my stock goes up 12 cents that day. So I was a little disappointed, but now it's caught up. 22.50 to 29. Stock's going higher. It might take a year and a half to get to $50. It's not going to be a CoreWeave or a Palantir or, some of these other psycho stocks. But I'd rather be in something, if I'm going to put some real money to work, I'd rather be in something conservative and that's building a base like the SRAD. All right, I've said too much. I'll be doing this live for the next 4 hours. I'll see you in cyberspace. Don't short the market. Okay? There are specific levels that if we ever do go down again, and I'm talking about in the next 3.5 to 5 years, because I think the Qs are going up 100% from here, guaranteed 100% from here. Absolutely, 100%. We're gonna have a melt up in the next 2.5, 3 years. Melt up. Nothing's getting in the way. Only thing that's going to change the only thing that's going to change the market, right? The only thing that's going to change the market is something that's going to kill us all. And we're not going to have to care about our money then because we'll be dead. That's it. The only thing that's going to derail this market that we're in right now is nuclear bombs. And I'm still debating whether or not I want to be in the blast radius or try to put my survival skills. I've got guns and water and freeze-dried food and gas masks and all kinds of shit. But do I really want to have to do that? I don't know. Maybe I'll just open the window to the freaking nuclear cloud when it starts rolling by. I'm not sure. Because what am I going to do? Sit there and look at my wife all day? Wow, that's a treat. All right. Y'all have a nice night, day, whatever. And if you want to know when the market's going to go down, come to the website. I have picked tops before, and it's certainly not here. Right? And here's a hint. You know when the market starts to go down? That's when it starts to go down. When it starts to go down, then it starts to go down. And that's when you'll know it's going down because it'll actually go down. Not pause and sit around. That's not going down. Going down actually means you have to break prior day lows. And then get this, you actually have to break the prior day low, which we haven't seen the Qs break 2 prior day lows in a 2-day period since February. Not even during that crash. Right? The crashes, we were ripping back and forth. Anyway, have a great day. Good luck, my friends. You know where to find me.